Hi dears, welcome to my channel. Today I am here with class 7, lesson number 7, transportation in animals and plants. What was the sixth lesson? It was respiration in organisms. Do you remember? There I have asked you 3 questions. It's a time to answer these questions. The first question was earthworm respiration. The respiration of earthworm is called dash respiration. It is called cutaneous respiration. Okay. Second one, cockroach breathe with the air tubes called dash. Air tubes in cockroach are called dashma. It is tracheal tubes. And the third one is yeast are used in preparation of wine and beer peel because they produce dash. In wine making, yeast is used. It is because it produces what ma? It produces alcohol. Okay, now it's a time to start the lesson, transportation in animals and plants. As the lesson is little lengthy, I am parting it into two, part A and part B. Don't feel that the lesson is very tough. It's very easy when you understand the lesson. It's my aim to make it understand for you. Okay, shall we start the class? In part A, we are discussing what is transportation, then about the blood, then blood vessels, types of blood vessels, functions of blood vessels, like that, and about the heart. What is heart? How is it working? And what are the functions of heart? All these we are learning in part A. Are you ready to start the class? Okay. Transportation. Transportation is what, ma? Movement from one place to another. That is transportation, isn't it? Yes, we have learned in 6th standard itself. Here, the transportation is happening inside animal as well as plant body. Is the transportation necessary? Yes, of course it is necessary. Why the transportation? The transportation is necessary so that the cells, you have already learned about the cells. The cells are the building blocks of organism. All the body parts are made of minute cells. But the cells need what, ma? Energy. The energy has to be obtained from where? By the food we eat and also the water we drink, as well as through respiration. It will give the energy to the cells. Who is transferring energy? There should be something to transfer energy, to transport these items, these food as well as water as well as oxygen to the cells so that it can make its own energy. Okay, so transportation is very essential. It is the traveling or it is the taking of the substances from one part of the body to the another part within the organism. Okay. Here we have said about the cell. The cell do some metabolic processes. For this metabolic processes, it needs nutrients. It needs water as well as it needs oxygen. When these three have been reached, the cell will function and as a result, some toxic materials will be produced. The food will be produced and it will be utilized by the cell, but along with that, some toxic substances as well as the carbon dioxide will be produced. This also has to be removed. Otherwise, what will happen? It will cause damage to the cell itself. It also has to be removed. Okay. This transportation working is done in the case of organisms by blood. Blood act as delivery boy, isn't it? Zomato, Swiggy, in all these we are ordering from some hotels and Zomatos. What will they do? They will travel and they will give it to us, isn't it? Zomato, Swiggy, all these have delivery boys like that. Our blood is an obedient delivery boy in transporting these food items. And also some toxic waste will be produced, right? It has to be eliminated. So the blood will act as a garbage boy. Yes, it's acting as a garbage boy in collecting these waste materials from the cells of different part, all the parts of the body, and giving to particular places where it will be removed. Okay. How our blood is acting. Our poor blood is doing this much tedious work. At least we are getting a chance to learn how our blood is working. Are you ready? Are you ready to learn how the blood is working? Okay. When we are saying about the blood, we have to say about the circulatory system. The circulatory system consists of heart, blood and blood vessels. Consider in our house a well will be there. In many of the houses well are not there. Something is there which stores water. Some is there. In some houses well is there. The well contain water, isn't it? But this water has to be reached in our pipes, in our bathrooms, in kitchen, all these water has to be reached. Who is doing that work? Motor. Motor is doing what, ma? When we are switching the electricity, the motor pumps. What it is pumping? Pumping the water from the well or some wherever it is, and it will give through pipes. It will reach to our bathroom or kitchen or wash basin, wherever we want. So motor is needed, pipes are needed, and water also is needed. We understood one thing. What is water over here? It is the blood. Yeah, you are having an idea. What is the motor? It is heart. Heart is the motor over here. It will pump and pump. But one specialty, Kana, motor will not work if electricity is not there. But our heart has to work. If the heart stop working, all the system will be damaged. Okay. The heart is the motor which works continuously without any lapse of time. There is no interval for the heart to take rest. All the time it has to work. Okay. Then is there any pipe? Yes. Pipe is the, we are saying it as blood vessels. Blood vessels are the pipes through which the blood is passed safely and securely. Otherwise, if the blood is coming out, it will be damaged. It will cause damage, isn't it? So the blood has to be passed safely. It is through the blood vessel. Where will be the blood vessel seen? Blood vessel will be seen every part of the body. If only blood vessels are there, the blood will be reached. Or only when the blood is reached, the cells will get food. With the food only, the cells can make energy. When cells are making energy, we are active, isn't it? We will be able to be active only when the cells are having energy. Okay. So the circulatory system plays an important role. Now we are going in detail about blood vessels as well as heart. Are you clear? Now the blood. What is the color of blood? You will say it is red in color. Yes, red in color, I am agreeing. But actually, blood is having a solid state as well as a liquid state. The fluid state of the blood is called plasma, blood plasma. It is not red in color, Kanna. It is pale yellow in color or straw color. It is having pale yellow color, the plasma will be. And in the plasma, some cells are there, not some, much more cells are there, which makes the color change, which makes a change in the color from pale yellow to red. What is that cells, you know? RBC is the main cell, red blood corpuscles. From the name itself, it is having red in color, isn't it? It's having red color. It is a cell, it is a kind of cell present in blood. Then WBC, white blood corpuscles or white blood cells. And the third important thing is platelets. We are going to see in detail about plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. As I told you, plasma is the pale yellow fluid which is present, which is having water, much more percentage is water. Then it will contain some salts. Also, some proteins are also present in this plasma. Then hormones, all these you will learn. What all things are there in plasma, you will learn in detail in higher classes. Okay, ma'am? Then about the RBC. RBC is red blood cells, which gives red pigment or red color to the blood, and it contains important thing that is called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the one which is very important and very important thing in the RBC. What is it doing? It helps to attach oxygen to itself to make it oxyhemoglobin, and it will transfer this oxygen and give to cells easily. Okay, so hemoglobin is very essential and it gives red color to the RBC. Okay, then WBC. WBC is the one which is acting as a fighter, or we can say a soldier, or it will be having energy to fight against the germs which are coming from outside. So it kills. Like WWF, that was I was thinking about. Gusti, isn't it? Like that, it will fight and it will kill what no germs which are coming from outside and protect the entire body. Okay. Then about the platelets. Platelets are the one which helps for the clotting of the blood. Why blood has to be clotted? When an injury has come and the blood is oozing out of the body, what will happen? The blood, what will happen? The blood, if the blood is going on, continuing the flow, what will happen? Once, one day, or we have to say within half or 1 hour, entire blood will go out and we will die. It should not happen. So the platelets are the one which is present in the blood, which makes it clot. It acts as a barrier to clot the blood. Okay. Okay. So WBC is also very important. So what all things are important, ma'am? Present in the blood, blood plasma, then RBC, WBC, and platelets. Now I am saying about the functions of blood. You can say before itself, isn't it? What is the function of blood? Main function is to transport what all things, ma'am? Water, oxygen, and nutrients to cells. And the second function is to transport the toxic waste, toxic substances as well as carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide has to be transferred from the cells to lungs, and the toxic waste has to be transported from the cells to kidney. This is the function of blood. Then the third one, it helps to fight against diseases. Okay, these are the important functions of blood. Now we are moving to see about the blood vessels. Blood vessels are like the tube which transport the blood from one part to another part, especially from heart to the different parts of the body. Okay. Then the blood vessels are divided into three: arteries, veins, and capillaries. When we are seeing or hearing the word artery, we should have in the mind that arteries are the one which carry blood from heart to different parts. Always it will be like that. Okay. Arteries from heart to different parts. Normally, usually it will carry oxygen rich blood. Okay. Arteries from heart to parts. It will be easy for you. I will help you, Karna, with the mnemonics. That is, always help parents. It's an advice for you also. Okay. The parents will say yes, it is. It should be. Okay. Always help parents. It's a key word. Arteries from heart to parts. AHP. Arteries, heart to parts. Okay. Usually it will carry which kind of blood, ma? Oxygen rich blood, because it is carrying the blood from heart to different parts, right? And most often the heart is pumping. The heart is pumping directly into this blood vessel. So what will happen? The blood vessel has to be thicker. Only then it will be able to bear the pressure from the heart. So walls of heart arteries are thinner or thicker, Kana? It should be thicker. The walls of arteries are thicker because the heart is directly pumping blood through these walls. Okay. Is the arteries lying in the top of the skin or in the bottom beneath the skin? It will be seen beneath the skin, because even though injuries are happened, these arteries should not be cut down, because the blood is moving through the arteries with high pressure. It should not be broken down. So it will be seen under the skin, beneath the skin, and it will carry oxygen rich blood. Okay, is it clear about the arteries? Then we are moving for veins. Veins are the one which carry blood from different part to heart. Okay. There also I am having something to help you. That is very popular honey cake. It's good, na? Very popular honey cake. Why it is popular? Because veins are carrying blood from different parts to heart. That's why. Okay. Very popular honey cake is the key word for you. So usually it will carry which kind of blood, ma? Usually it will carry carbon dioxide rich blood, because from to the parts the blood has been given, oxygen has been given, and the carbon dioxide has been taken back and it is coming to heart. Normally, usually the veins is carrying which blood, ma? Carbon dioxide rich blood, and it is coming with low pressure, because heart is not directly pumping, it is coming back to heart. So the pressure will be low. Okay, it will be present. It is not present underneath the skin, it will be present in the above part, okay, of the skin. Then what else? There will be valves in the veins. The valves are the one which block the the blood flow through backwards. Backward flow of the blood is blocked by what, ma? Valves. Okay, it has to be moved directly towards the heart and it should not be moved somewhere else. For that, the valves are present in the veins, and the veins walls are very thinner, and it will be present in the top of the skin. All other specialities of the veins, and not only that, it usually carry carbon dioxide rich blood. Okay, then we are saying about the capillaries. Capillaries are the one which connect the arteries to the veins. The blood from the arteries will be connected and it will be moving through the veins with the help of these capillaries. They are having thin walls and they will be having that much higher surface area, so that what will happen? The exchange of material happens. What is exchanging? The oxygen will be diffused. You will learn in higher classes how it is exchanging. Actually, this oxygen will be moving to the cells, and from the cells carbon dioxide and toxic substances will be diffused back to the blood in the capillaries. When the capillaries are over, the veins will be started and it will go back to heart. This is the functions of blood vessels. As I told you, there is one exception. One exceptional case is the arteries, which is moving from the heart to lungs. From the heart to lungs are carrying carbon dioxide rich blood. Is it having any confusion? Normally arteries carry what, ma? Oxygen rich blood. From heart, every part which is moving through arteries. To that extent, things are clear for you. Now, I am telling you one thing. The important thing is, from the heart, the carbon dioxide rich blood will be carried to lungs. Okay? By a kind of artery. We are saying it as pulmonary artery. What we are saying it as? Pulmonary artery are the one which carry carbon dioxide rich blood from the heart to lungs. Okay? From the lungs, this carbon dioxide will be given out and the oxygen will be taken by the blood. Okay? Because of the presence of what, ma? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin will jump and attack the oxygen and the blood will be having oxygen rich blood. This oxygen rich blood from the lungs, it has to be carried to heart, right? Only then it will be able to be pumped, right, Kana? So from lungs, it is moving to heart through blood vessel, which is called pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, in all the cases I have told you, veins carry carbon dioxide rich blood. But here, only one exception, pulmonary vein is the one which carry what? Which kind of blood? Oxygen rich blood from the lungs to the heart. Is it clear? Pulmonary artery carries the carbon dioxide rich blood from the heart to lungs, and the pulmonary vein is the one which carry oxygen rich blood from the lungs to heart. Is it clear? But in every cases, arteries carry blood from heart to different parts and the veins are the one which carry blood from different parts to heart. Okay? Is it clear for you? Okay. Now we are moving for our motor. Who is the motor, Kana? Heart, isn't it? Heart, we are going to see the function of the heart. Heart is the one which beats continuously in a rhythmic manner. In the rhythmic manner, contraction and relaxation. Contraction and relaxation. For what purpose it is doing this much work? For the blood to be reached to different parts. And the blood should be supplied with this food and oxygen. Okay, to the different parts. For that purpose, the heart is beating. We have to see how the heart is functioning. when we are saying the heart, we should not forget about the lungs. Heart and lungs are close, near only, isn't it? Why they are so close? Because their functions they are having the functions together. Heart will beat, but the lungs will give oxygen and it will remove the carbon dioxide. This is done by the lungs. So heart and lungs have to work in simultaneously. Okay. Okay. How it is functioning, we will see. First, we have to see how the heart is functioning. Heart is having 4 chambers. How many chambers, Kanna? 4 chambers in human heart. In human, we are saying, Kanna, not for all the organisms. I am saying heart is having 4 chambers, upper 2 chamber and lower 2 chamber. Upper chamber is called what? Upper chamber is called 2 upper chambers are called atria. Singly, we are saying atrium. Right atrium and left atrium. Downside, there are 2 chambers, I told you, right? They are called ventricles. Left ventricle and right ventricle. Okay? Atrium, ventricles. Left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle and right ventricle. Now we are moving to see how the heart is functioning. Okay, this is like a story. Okay, this is like a story. Actually, we should have some imaginations, then only it will work. The blood is the one which carry carbon dioxide from different parts. It is coming slowly because it is coming through our veins with low pressure. Through vena cava, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava are the one which carry. It is the main vein system and it will reach the right atrium. Where it is reaching the right atrium, it will reach. When it reaches the right atrium, it is having a valve. It will open the valve and it come down to right ventricles. Right ventricle it has reached. Which kind of blood it is, ma? It is the blood which is having full of what? Our carbon dioxide. It has to be moved away. Who is taking? I told you, artery. Which artery, Kanna? Pulmonary artery is the one which takes this blood to whom? To our lungs. Save us. Carbon dioxide is attacking us. Please save us. So what will happen? What will the lungs do? The lungs will take the carbon dioxide and we will respire it out. Instead, what will the lungs do? Lungs is like a god. It takes the sins from us and it will give what? Oxygen. The good thing. Okay. So the blood will carry the oxygen and through the pulmonary vein it is reaching the left atrium. Through the pulmonary vein it is reaching the left atrium. Then there is again valve present. Through this valve it will come to left ventricles. From this ventricles aorta is situated. Through the aorta it will move to different parts. Okay. When it reaches the different parts, the cells will be happy because it gets oxygen. And what will happen? This waste I don't want. Please take it away. Then again the carbon dioxide will be back to blood. It will be coming back through the vena cavas to what? Right atrium. Like that it will be moving. This is the function of heart. It is the function of heart. I think it is clear for you. There is a partition, muscular partition in the heart which will never allow the blood which is rich in oxygen as well as carbon dioxide from mixing. Okay. We are going to see the heart beat. The heart will beat rhythmically. That is, it will contract and it will relax in a systematic manner. We are saying it as heartbeat. This rhythmic contraction and relaxation makes the blood to flow to different parts as well as to lungs. This rhythmic contraction and expansion of the heart is said to be heartbeat. And to say in normal human who are adult, 70 to 80 beats will be there per minute. And for children, it will be having higher value because heart beats much more faster for the children than in adult. Why? It is my problem. When I am saying some special things, I will go on asking questions to you. Why? Why is it so for children heartbeats is more? The reason is the oxygen rich blood has to be reached to cells quickly. Then only the cells will attain energy, then only the cells will grow. Because the growth is faster for children than in adults. That's why heart also beats quickly in the case of children. Okay. Just it will not come for your exam, even though it is coming or not, you should have an understanding about it. That's why. Okay. The doctors are having something to check your heartbeat. What is that, ma? It is called stethoscope, isn't it? It is having a chest piece as well as ear piece, and there is a tube in between, so that it will be easy for them to understand the heart beating. Okay. Not only that, we will be able to understand the heartbeat by keeping our hand on our chest, or else if we are keeping our fingers, index finger as well as middle finger, in our left wrist, just inner part of the wrist, if you are keeping, we can see what the pulse rate, that's throbbing. Throbbing can be seen. It is called what? It is called the pulse. Why the throbbing is happening? Because the heart is beating, which means with the pressure it is sending the blood to through arteries. And when we are keeping it about the left wrist, we can understand or we can feel that throbbing. It is called what, ma? It is called pulse. The heartbeat rate is equal to the pulse rate. Okay. This we have to see. We can also see something, that is blood pressure. Have you heard? BP is high for me. BP is low for me. What is this BP and all? The doctors used to check BP with their kind of instrument. We are saying it as sphygmomanometer. It's the instrument. It is, the name is big and the thing is also so big. Isn't it? Have you ever seen your mothers or fathers? The doctor will check by keeping something wrapped in their upper arm. And what will happen? They will adjust the air so that there will be much more pressure on it. The air will be inflated over here. So what will happen? Actually, what is happening over there is they are making the air much more in this upper arm, so that the arteries which are moving through this arm will be stopped for a particular second. Okay. Then what they are doing? There is an adjusting part with the doctors, and they will adjust the air to move away. So what happens? The air will be moving slowly. By the time they will be able to understand in which pressure the heart is pumping the blood through arteries. Thus they will count your blood pressure is this much. You are having high BP and your blood pressure is very low. You are having low BP, like that. Okay. Sphygmomanometer in textbook is not mentioned, but you should have an idea. That's why I said. Okay. Let me ask you one thing. Is there any organism without circulatory system? You may say no, but answer is yes. Hydra and sponges, small minute organism, they will be not having circulatory system. Don't feel that as they are small, there is no circulatory system. It's not that. Circulatory system is very important. But in Hydra as well as in sponges, they live in water and they will engulf water. When the water is moving inside the body, oxygen as well as food will be supplied through water and it will reach to the cells. And the waste materials as well as carbon dioxide will be diffused back to water and this water will be expelled out. So no need of circulatory, there is no need of any helping organ for that. They will do their work by themselves with the help of water. So no circulatory system in the case of Hydra as well as sponges. It may ask for you in your question paper. Okay. Part A is finished, ma. In part B, we will see the excretory organs in animals and how the transportation is working in plants.